Which of the following integer has a primitive root? Options: first 21, second 51, third 69, and fourth none of these. So whenever there are such question and options are some integers, then try to factorize the number, that integer. Okay, now 21 is factorized as 2 into 7, 51 is factorized as 3 into 17, and 69 is factorized as 3 into 23. Okay, we have been discussed that if any positive integer n is divisible by two odd primes, then it has no primitive root. Okay, so as 21 is divisible by two odd primes, that is 3 and 7, and so 21 has no primitive root. Okay, so first option is incorrect. Now second option, 51. 51 is also divisible by two odd prime. Okay, 3 and 17. That's why it has also no primitive root. Similarly, 69. 69 is also divisible by two primes, as 23 prime and 3 is also prime. Both are odd primes, and odd primes are dividing 69. So by the corollary, as all these three integers are divisible by two odd primes, so it has no primitive roots. So option first, second, and third are incorrect. That's why option 4 is correct. So what is the answer? None of these. Okay, now come to the next question. If p is an odd prime, then there exists a primitive root r of p such that.
Sir, example number second, three, third option is correct?
Yeah, option third is correct one. It is a statement of first lemma. Okay, the theory of indices. So this chapter is concerned with a new idea about the concept of index, and this was introduced by Gauss. Okay, suppose any integer n has a primitive root r. Now remember that what this line means. Okay, now we up till now we just discussed primitive root and all things around the primitive root, but what exactly primitive root? So whenever this line comes, any integer n has primitive root r, what does it means? It means r to the power phi of n is congruent to 1 modulo n. Suppose any integer n has a primitive root r, as we know that the first phi of n powers of r, which are they? R, r square, up to and so on, r to the power phi of n. These are congruent modulo n. Okay, so first phi of n powers of r, these are what? These all are congruent to each other under modulo n. Okay, but their orders may be different or may be same. Okay, hence if a is an arbitrary integer relatively prime to n, then a can be expressed in the form a congruent to r to the power k modulo n. Okay, so if a is relatively prime to n, means if GCD of a with n is 1, then we can express a as a is congruent to r to the power k modulo n, where k is lies in between 1 and 5 of n. So let's have definition. Let r be the primitive root of n. Let r be the primitive root of n if GCD of a with n is 1, then the smallest positive integer k such that a is congruent to r to the power k modulo n is called the index of a relative to r. Okay, so what is r? R is primitive root of n and a is co-prime to n. Then for the smallest positive integer k, note, highlight this word, smallest positive integer k, such that a is congruent to r to the power k modulo n. What is k here? K is smallest positive integer. Okay, so a is congruent to r to the power k modulo n is called the index of A, is called the index of A relative to R, is called the index of A relative to R. That is, index of A relative to R is equals to K. So this power, smallest power, positive power K is what? Index of A relative to R. We denote the index of A relative to R by index of A relative to R like this. Okay, index of A and R is in suffix, or simply by index of A. So clearly index of A relative to R is lies in between 1 and phi of n, and R to the power index of A relative to R is congruent to A modulo n. Whenever you see this notation index of A relative to R, this means what? GCD of A comma n is equals to 1. This notation is meaningless unless GCD of A comma n is equals to 1. Okay. R with the primitive root of n with GCD of A comma n is equals to 1. Then the smallest positive integer k, then the highlight this word smallest positive integer k, such that A is congruent to R to the power k modulo n is called the index of A relative to R. Means this smallest positive k, smallest positive integer k is what? This smallest positive integer k is index of A relative to R if and only if A is congruent to R to the power k modulo n and GCD of A comma n is equals to 1. Okay, where R is what? R is a primitive root of n. Okay, so this is the definition of index of a relative to R. Okay, now let's exhibit the definition with example. Okay, so for example, the integer 2 is a primitive root of 5. Integer 2 is a primitive root of 5. Okay, 2 to the power 1 is congruent to 2, 2 square is congruent to 4 modulo 5, 2 cube is equals to what? 8, and 8 is congruent to what modulo 5? 8 minus 3, 5. So 2 cube is congruent to 3. Then 2 to the power 4. 2 to the power 4, how much? 16. Okay. So nearest number to 16 is what? 15, which is divisible by 5. So 2 to the power 4 is congruent to 1 modulo 5, as 16 minus 1 is 5. Okay. So that's why 2 has a primitive root. Sorry, 2 is the primitive root of 5 because 2 to the power pi of 5. 2 to the power pi of 5. Pi of 5, value of pi of 5 is what? 4. And 2 to the power pi of 5 equals to 2 to the power 4 is congruent to 1 modulo 5. That's why 2 is the primitive root of 5. Okay. So here R is equals to what? Here R is equals to 2. Okay. And 1 is less than, and our index, that is smallest positive integer k, lies in between what? 1 to 5 by pi of 5 by definition. Here look at here, 1 is less than equals to index of A is less than equals to pi of n. Index of A is index of A is what? Index of A is equal to some smallest positive integer k. So that is 1 is less than equals to k is less than equals to pi of n. So here our primitive root is what? 2. Okay, so 1 is less than equals to index of A relative to 2 is less than equals to pi of 5. Okay, so therefore 1 is less than equals to k is less than equals to 4 because pi of 5 is equals to 4. It follows that now we calculate index. Okay, how to calculate index? Now look at here. Okay, here what I written, look at, is it visible? A is congruent to R to the power k. Okay, A is congruent to R to the power k is same as R to the power k is congruent to A. Okay, so here like this, R to the power some k is congruent to 2, R to the power some k, sorry, k2 is congruent to 4, R to the power k3 is congruent to 3, R to the power k4 is congruent to 1. Okay, means I am just relating the this example with definition. So R to the power k is congruent to A, means this 2, 4, 3 and this 1, these are what? These are values of A. Means So here we are finding index of this one, index of this two, index of this three, index of this four, relative to what? R. R is what? Primitive root. So here primitive root is what? 2. So we are finding index of 1, 2, 3, 4 relative to R. So here first we find index of 1. So index of 1 means what? Here. Okay, as R to the power k is congruent to A, and we are finding index of A. So here 2 to the power 4 is congruent to 1. So we are first finding index of 1. Index of 1 is what? Index of 1 is smallest positive integer k, that is 4. Okay, so index of 1 relative to 2 is 4. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, similarly, index of 2, where it is? Here it is. As R to the power some k is congruent to A. So index of 2 relative to primitive root R is what? The smallest power. Okay, so index of 2 relative to 2 is what? The smallest power is what? 1. Similarly, index of 3 relative to primitive root 2 is what? 3. So similarly, index of 4 relative to R, that is primitive root 2. So index of 4 relative to 2 is what? Smallest power. What was that smallest power? 2. So index of 4 by relative to 2 is 2. So first I have found the 2 is primitive root of 5. Why 2 is primitive root of 5? Because 2 to the power 5 of 5, that is equals to 2 to the power 4, which is 16, and 16 is congruent to 1 modulo 5. That's why 2 is the primitive root of 5. Now I am computing power from 1 to 5 of n. Why? Because we are going to find index. Okay, and index is lies in between where? 1 to 5 of n. Here value of n is what? 5. So our value of index, that is k, is lies in between 1 to 4. That's why we need to compute all this power 1, 2, 3 up to 4. Okay, so 2 to the power 1 is congruent to 2, 2 square is congruent to 4, 2 cube is congruent to 3, and 2 to the power 4, that is 16. 16 is congruent to 1 modulo 5. Okay, now we have to find index of A. Okay, look at this equation. Okay, this middle equation. Here value of R is what? 2. Here using same fact in definition, I calculated powers of primitive root. Primitive root is what? 2. So 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, and 2 to the power 4. Okay, so whatever this power gives us value under modulo 5, this is your A. So this 2 to the power 1 is congruent to 2. So value of A is here what? 2. Similarly, 2 square is 4. 2 cube is congruent to 3 modulo 5, and same here. Okay, so value of 2 is what here? Treated as A, and K is your index. Okay, so using that index of, now I have to find index of 1. Where is value of 1? This, here it is. Okay, as R to the power k is congruent to A. Okay, so first I will find index of 1. So index of 1 relative to primitive root 2 means index of 1 relative to 2 is what? The smallest power 4. Okay, by definition here, the smallest positive integer k such that R to the power k congruent to A modulo n is called index of A relative to R. Okay, so here smallest power is what? 4. That's why index of 1 relative to 2 is 4. Similarly, index of 2 relative to 2 is what? Smallest power, what it is? 1. So it is 1. Similarly, index of 3 relative to 2 is what? Smallest power, that is 3. Similarly, index of 4 relative to primitive root 2, that is smallest power 2. Come to this question. Here you have to find index of 5. What you have to find? Index of 5 relative to each of the primitive roots of 13. Means whatever the primitive roots of 13. How many primitive roots of 13? So in morning lecture we discussed 13 has exactly 4 primitive roots. Okay, so related to each primitive roots you have to find only index of 5. Okay, now look at previous example. The integer 2 is primitive root of 5. Okay, so here n is equals to what? 5. So actually this integer 5 has 4 primitive roots. Okay, among these they have given 2 as a primitive root, for example. Okay, for an example. So here we just calculated indices relative to primitive root 2. Okay, but we don't know what are the remaining 3 primitive roots. Okay, you can also calculate uh, indices, okay, relative to that other primitive roots. Same question here, you have to find index of 5, as here we have find index of 1 2 3 4. Here you have to find only index of 5 relative to each of the primitive roots. Okay, so here are total 4 primitive roots. Okay, so related to that 4 primitive roots, you have to calculate only indices of 5 related to that 4 primitive roots respectively. Okay, so first we'll find out its primitive roots. So we already done. Still we discuss, since 13 is an odd prime number, so it has primitive roots and has exactly 5 of 13, that is equals to 4 primitive roots, because 2 to the power 5 of 13 is congruent to 1 modulo 13. Okay, this we already done. So that's why 2 is the primitive root of 13. So I got one primitive root, that is 2. Now the other primitive roots are of the form 2 to the power k. Okay, where k is lies in between 1 and 12 and k is co-prime to 12. Okay, so therefore possible values for k are 1 5 7 11. Then we compute its power, which gives primitive roots. Okay, so 2 to the power 1 is congruent to 2. 2 to the power 5 is what? 32. And 32 is congruent to what modulo 13? That is 6, because 32 minus 6 is 26 and 26 is divisible by 13. Similarly, 2 to the power 7 is congruent to 11. This is not equal to, okay, this is congruent symbol. 2 to the power 7 is congruent to 11 and 2 to the power 11 is congruent to 7 modulo 13. So here I just calculated powers. Okay, powers of what? Powers 1 5 7 11. Why? Because they are the only 4 integers which are co-prime to 12. Okay, 2 6 7 and 11, these are the other primitive roots of 13. Okay, now relative to this 2 6 7 11 means relative to these 4 primitive roots, we have to find index of 5. So look at here. Now to find the index of 5 relative to the primitive roots of 13, we will compute its power under module 13 till get 5. Okay, so until unless we won't reach to 5, we have to calculate power of each and every primitive roots. Okay, as like here, first I am calculating powers of 2. So 2 to the power 1 is congruent to 2. Then 2 square is congruent to 4. 2 cube is congruent to 8. Then 2 to the power 4 is what? 16. 16 is congruent to 9 modulo 13. Then 2 to the power 5 is 32. Okay, so it is congruent to 6. Then 2 to the power 6. 2 to the power 6 is congruent to 2 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 3, but 2 to the power 3 is congruent to 8. So 8 into 8, 64. Okay, so 64 minus 12, that is 52. And 52 is divisible by 13. That's why 2 to the power 6 is congruent to 12. Similarly, 2 to the power 7. 2 to the power 7 can be calculated as 2 to the power 6 into 2. So, but 2 to the power 6 is congruent to 12. So 12 into 2, 24. And 24 minus 11 is how much? 13. And 13 is divisible by 13. That's why 2 to the power 7 is congruent to 11. This is equivalent symbol. By print mistake, it becomes equal. Okay. Now 2 to the power 8. 2 to the power 8 is congruent to 9. Okay. Next, 2 to the power 9. How to calculate 2 to the power 9? 2 to the power 9 can be calculated as 2 to the power 8 into 2 to the power 1. That is 2 to the power 8 into 2. But 2 to the power 8 is congruent to 9 modulo 13. So 9 into 2, 18. And 18 minus 5 is what? 13. That's why 2 to the power 9 is congruent to 5 modulo 13. Okay, so here I will stop my process because I got 5. Okay, why we are stopping our process up to 5, up to get 5? Because we have to find index of 5 only. Okay, that's why. Similarly, next primitive root is 6, so we are going to compute its power. 6 to the power 1 is congruent to 6 model 13. Then 6 square is congruent to what? 6 square is congruent to 6 square is 36, and 36 minus what? 6 square is congruent to 10. Okay, 10 modulo 13. Then 6 cube is congruent to 8. Similarly, 6 to the power 4 is congruent to 9. 6 to the power 5 is congruent to 2. Then 6 to the power 6 is congruent to minus 1 modulo 13. Okay, finally we reach 6 to the power 9 is congruent to 5. Similarly, next primitive root is 7. 7 to the power 1 is congruent to 7. 7 square is congruent to 10, and 7 cube is congruent to 5. Similarly, here 11 also. Okay, 11 square is congruent to 4. 11 cube is congruent to 5 modulo 13. Okay, so you can easily calculate this one. Okay, congruency. So therefore, from all above equation, now look at here. 2 to the power 9 is congruent to 5 modulo 13. 6 to the power 9 is congruent to 5 modulo 13. 7 cube is congruent to 5 modulo 13. And 11 cube is congruent to 5 modulo 13. Now we are going to find index of 5 relative to 2, 6, 7 and 11. So as in earlier example, here first we found index of 5 relative to 2. What is that? That is 9. Okay, similarly index of 5 relative to primitive root 6, that is also 9. Similarly, index of 5 relative to primitive root 7, that is smallest positive integer 3. Similarly, index of 5 relative to primitive root 11 is 3. So these are the indices of 5 relative to the primitive roots 2, 6, 7, 11 respectively. Okay, so this is the example from exercise. Okay, whether you have any difficulty, you can ask me in this example.
हाँ सर ते 6 raised to 6 is congruent to -1 ते कसं आलं?
6 raised to 6. Okay, look at here. Okay, 6 cube is congruent to what? 8.
8.
Okay, so I can write 6 to the power 6 as 6 cube into 6 cube. So that's why it is 8 into 8. 8 into 8, how much? 64. Difference of 64 and minus 1. What is difference of 64 and minus 1? 64 minus 1, what is equals to what? 65. So as this difference is divisible by 13, that's why they are congruent by definition of congruency. When we say that A is congruent to B modulo n, whenever n divides that difference A minus B. So here difference of 64 and minus 1 is divisible by 13. That's why that way also you can say they are congruent. Getting this? So my question is how we calculated primitive roots. Okay, up to this you have cleared. Okay, 1, 5, 7, 11, these are the values of k. Now from this I computed powers of 2. Okay, and then immediately I said 2, 6, 7, 11 are primitive roots of 13. How these terms occur means by which theorem or by which corollary I can say that 2, 6, 7, 11, whatever the powers I computed under model 13 becomes primitive roots of 13. Okay, so this is my question to all of you. Okay, so this is one of the important example to understand whatever the theory. In next lecture tomorrow we'll discuss this theorem, read this definition, try to relate this example with the definition, and then go with this one for finding the index. Once you get known how to find primitive roots, then it is very easy to find index of 5 relative to respect to primitive roots of the given integers. Okay.